There are moments in life where your silence speaks louder than any argument, where your restraint holds more power than revenge. The Stoics believe that true strength lies not in what you say, but in what you choose not to say. And sometimes, the greatest victory is letting karma do what words and anger never can. The first time you should stay silent is when insults are directed at you. Human instinct urges us to defend ourselves, to respond with sharpness when someone cuts us with their words. But every reaction only feeds their fire. The Stoics understood that an insult is nothing more than air, passing from one mouth into another's ear. Its weight only becomes real when you decide to carry it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the words of others belong to them, not to us. If a stranger shouted at the wind, would we take offense? Then why do we take ownership of another person's anger? Silence in the face of insult is not weakness, it is mastery over the self. By saying nothing, you deprive the offender of the victory they seek. In that stillness, karma begins its quiet work. Their bitterness turns inward, their hostility consuming them, while you walk away untouched. Silence is your shield, and time becomes your ally. But insults are only one battlefield. There is another moment, even more dangerous, when silence carries the wisdom of the ancients. The second time you should stay silent is when anger begins to control you. Rage blinds judgment, poisons reason, and leads even the wisest into ruin. To speak while consumed by fury is to hand over your power to the very emotion the Stoics warned us against. Words born from anger are arrows you cannot pull back once released, and often, they wound both others and yourself. Seneca wrote that anger is like temporary madness, a fire that burns hottest just before it dies out. If you speak during its peak, you speak as a slave to passion rather than as a master of reason. And once the storm has passed, regret takes its place. Silence here is not surrender, it is self-preservation. By refusing to answer in anger, you protect your character from damage and your relationships from scars. You allow space for clarity to return, for wisdom to guide your next step rather than impulse. And in that silence, karma again takes its course. The one who provoked you reveals their lack of control, while you demonstrate strength through restraint. Their chaos becomes their downfall, while your silence becomes your protection. But anger is not the only trap life sets before us. There are subtler trials, where silence becomes the wisest response of all. The third time you should stay silent is when lies and rumors are spoken about you. The natural impulse is to defend, to argue, to chase every whisper with a counterargument. But in doing so, you lend strength to falsehood, giving it life it does not deserve. The Stoics believe that truth, like the sun, cannot remain hidden forever. It requires no desperate defense, only time. Epictetus taught that reputation belongs not fully to us, but to the opinions of others. And the opinions of others are as fickle as the wind. To waste energy on every false word is to exhaust the soul in battles that do not matter. Better to remain silent, anchored in your own integrity, and let karma reveal the truth in its own season. Those who spread lies eventually trap themselves in their own contradictions. Their falsehoods decay under the weight of reality, and their reputation suffers more than yours ever could. Your silence, steady and unshaken, becomes the contrast that exposes their weakness. In this way, silence becomes not just protection, but weapon. And while lies dissolve, you preserve your strength for what truly matters. Yet there is another moment, one that tests not your reputation but your pride, where silence carries even deeper power. The fourth time you should stay silent is when your success stirs the envy of others. Achievements, victories, and blessings often attract not only admiration, but jealousy. The envious will criticize, undermine, and whisper, not because you have failed, but because you have succeeded. To respond, to boast, or to defend is to descend into their game. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the applause of others is fleeting, and so too are their criticisms. Both are distractions from the path of virtue. When envy rises against you, silence keeps you steady. It prevents you from feeding bitterness with your own pride and reminds you that your work is for a higher purpose, not for the validation of others. In time, karma handles envy. Those consumed by it are left restless, drained by comparison, while you continue moving forward in peace. Their energy burns away in resentment, but your silence allows your growth to speak louder than any words ever could. And here lies the essence of Stoic wisdom: silence is not emptiness, it is power. In insults, in anger, in lies, and in envy, silence protects your peace while karma delivers justice. The world will always test you with noise, but your strength is proven in the choice to remain still. Because in the end, it is not the loudest who win, it is those who master themselves, and let life itself speak on their behalf. If this wisdom spoke to you, let your silence become strength. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more lessons in Stoic philosophy.